together.
Here we go. What happens if we survive?
Five out of 5. I know I wait to the end of the video to give my rating of a movie or TV show, but I am telling you right now, Predator, Killer of Killers is a 5 out of 5 and hands down one of the best Predator movies in the entire franchise I have ever seen. I mean, holy shit, in regards to animation, action, story, it's a freaking knockout. Absolutely amazing. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Welcome to the channel, guys. We're going to talk about Predator, Killer of Killers because, as you can tell from my reaction, it is epic. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, let's start this like we usually do. Welcome to the channel and welcome to another episode of Movie Madness, where we break down a spoiler-free review of all upcoming movies, and we are talking about Predator, Killer of Killers. And when I tell you that this movie is absolutely insane, absolutely amazing, and actually very surprising on how all these stories connect in this anthology movie, it's not even giving it justice. But of course, this movie is directed by the same director who did the Prey movie that came out on Hulu, which, if you've seen that movie, absolutely amazing. One of the best movies, one of the best Predator movies as well. Until he took it up a notch in this animated anthology movie. Because not only do we get some stories that we've never seen before, but the fact and how he connects these stories, even though they take place about 300 plus years in between each other, is absolutely insane. Such a great and creative way of doing it, and man, I telling you, I loved every little bit of it. So let's just start off with the first part of the movie, which follows Ursa, which is during the Viking Age. She's basically like a shield maiden, and when she encounters her predator in this one, it is brutal to say the least. And what I love about this is that during the Unreal Fest that happened about last week, they showed us a clip of, you know, this fighting sequences in the Viking story. And to think that they use Unreal Engine 5 or Unreal Engine 5.6 is the newest version of it to create this absolute masterpiece is understandable, because it is crazy how great this looks. The fight sequences, the intensity of it. I mean, why haven't we thought about doing an animated Predator movie is beyond me, and especially during the Viking Age, because holy crap, when I tell you that it is non-stop action and intense moments, but at the same time, not only with the intensity of it, but the deep emotion behind the entire, like, that part of the story is crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. Next part of the story, we are going to feudal Japan, and if you've been a fan of the Predator franchise, this is something we've always wanted to see. We've always wanted to see a Predator go against either a ninja or a samurai, and in this story we kind of get both. For the human side of the story, we follow a character named Kenji, who basically gets exiled, and he wants to kind of overthrow his brother, so he learns the art of ninjutsu while his brother is like a traditional samurai. And it is just an epic battle between the two to see the two different styles go against each other. But then, of course, everything gets crazy when the Predator gets involved. He has been, you know, watching everything from the background just to see who's the strongest warrior. And what's really cool about this is that every time period that we get into, we see a different kind of Predator that kind of matches the time period that they're you know, hunting in. So like for the Viking one, that Predator was basically like a berserker. He was huge, he was big, and he just was brutal, just like the Vikings. This one in feudal Japan is very agile, very stealthy, and like very ruthless, just like some of the Japanese warriors were. And it was an absolute beautiful masterpiece to see, you know, the dynamic between how Kenji had to outsmart and basically like go against this predator. It was so crazy and such a beautiful story on top of all the brutality that came along with it. And finally, we jump another 300 years and we go to World War II, where we're following a character named Torres, who basically dreams to be a pilot. And I'm pretty sure he's from like Cuba, Latino, Hispanic, and he's in a way the more relatable character out of all three, just simply because of the time period and what's going on. And what's really interesting about his story is that because he wants a pilot, we are seeing a predator who actually doesn't go out hunting in the traditional sense of what we've seen them, on the ground, stealth, taking his prey. No, this predator actually likes to hunt while he's flying his spaceship. And again, something we've never seen before is like aerial combat, with humans versus predator. And it was insane. It was so cool. I never thought I'd wanted to see this type of like hunting that the predator is doing, and it is so crazy. It is just, I can't even put it into words. Like the maneuvers, the animation, the story, the real grounded story behind the humans that are being portrayed in this story is just it's amazing, because that's something that, even though it is featured in every Predator movie, it's kind of lacking in each Predator movie, because at the end of the day, it's just the humans trying to survive. Not a lot of the times do we let their backstory kind of shine through, what's going on. And man, this I could not give this movie enough praises. Now, you would think that the movie kind of ends with just each time period, and that's that. But it's not, because a creative thing that the director does is he literally ties in each and every time period together. And I don't want to spoil as to what happened, but like we do get some more lore basically on the Predators, on what they do with humans, or let's say prey, that actually outsmart them and actually defeat a predator. Like there is literally a whole process of what they do, and we will get to see more of their world. We get to see, if I do say so, I might be mistaken, but we do get to see like the one in charge of all the Predators. I mean, he could be the king, I'm not 100% sure on it, but we get to see so much more behind the culture of the Yautja is what they're called. We get to see like what drives them, and what happens when they find formidable like opponents. And again, without spoiling anything, there is a really amazing connection to this movie and the Prey movie that came out with the Native Americans. And again, I'm not gonna say anything, but just watch the movie in its entirety and you will see the connection. I was beyond surprised on what the director did with that, and again, I absolutely loved it. It just made this movie so much more exciting to watch. I can't wait for the new Predator movie that's going to be coming out later in November, because again, it is done by the exact same director. This guy just needs to be in charge of the entire Predator franchise. Let this man cook, because he did amazing. I'm telling you, watch this movie. Watch it. It is streaming on Hulu and it is great. Now we're at the end of the video, and I already gave my ranking at the beginning, but I'm going to give it again. A 5 out of 5. This movie is amazing in regards to storytelling, in regards to animation, in regards to fights, brutality, expanding on the lore of the Yautja. I mean, this movie just takes it beyond, and I am truly excited for more of this. I am excited for them to continue on this story, honestly, and then just giving us more great stories. Again, we are getting another Predator movie in November called Predator Badlands, where the actual main character is the Predator itself. So what a time to be alive. If you saw the movie, what did you think? Leave a comment down below. Let's have a discussion. As always, I appreciate you guys for taking the time, and I'll see you on the next one.